Hello, welcome to the Colourful Creativity podcast. My name is Carolien and this is episode 105, if I'm correct. You can find me over here as Carolien, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, the works. I have a webshop, colourfulcreativity.nl, and all the links and everything can be found in the show notes in the description box here on YouTube. There's also a Ravelry group, but with the situation on Ravelry, I totally understand if people can't go there. So I'm not going to mention that. There are links in the show notes to Ravelry, so beware of those. First of all, welcome everyone. Welcome back to all returning viewers. I know I've been quiet for 2 months, so I understand you've missed me. And welcome to all new viewers. I'm happy you're checking me out. I hope you like it here and you stick around. Subscribe down below and become a returning viewer. Well, it's been quite the 2.5 months. My goodness, how is it July already? Mind blown. I have a lot to show and tell, and some returning viewers will probably already see what I have to show. Very exciting. I will start with all the finished objects, or at least 2 finished objects. I have so much to show and tell that I'm splitting it up. This episode will be 2 finished objects, some knitting, and a lot of spinning, and acquisitions also spinning related. Next one will be more knitting and more yarn acquisitions. So I'd say grab a cup of coffee or tea or anything, wine, water, any beverage you like. This is gonna be probably a long episode. I got some water here so I can keep hydrated, and I'm gonna start with my first finished object, and I'll catch you up on personal life in the end. I am wearing my Love Note sweater. I don't think I had it finished back when we were still vlogging. I really love it. It's super fluffy and super soft, and I feel like I want to cuddle myself all the freaking time. It is an amazing knit. I haven't even used 2 skeins of each, so I think it was 1.8 skein of both the mohair and the silky singles. So absolutely amazing knit, even in my size 2XL, and it's definitely oversized. You can't really tell, but I mean, you could definitely stretch it a long way. The back is a bit longer, the front a bit shorter. I could have gone with a little bit more length, but I was too lazy to unpick the bind off and add the length, because it's perfect length for the dress I'm wearing underneath it. I also have some finished object photos that I will add here. I really love this, and I'm definitely gonna knit another one of these. Probably a longer one next time, and I'm already contemplating what colors to use. I hand dyed this yarn myself. It is not a regular base, the silky singles. I just had a few skeins of those as a sample. And the mohair, the kid silk, of course, is a regular base, and I dyed it in a dark purple. So the base color is orange, of rusty orange of the silky singles, and then I added the purple mohair. I keep saying mohair, but it's officially kid silk because it definitely has silk in it. And you get that really interesting effect that sometimes the kid silk is on the back and sometimes it's on the front, and you can really see it. And yeah, I really like it. It's quite warm. I haven't actually worn it really because we had a really warm spring, And now it is summer and it's cool and rainy, and today is actually the perfect day. I was wearing a really nice summery dress and it was too cold, so I was like, okay, I'm gonna get my tights, I'm gonna get this dress, I'm gonna get this sweater on and record this podcast. It's been too long, people. I kept procrastinating on it because I was like, now's not the time. No, now's not the time either. No, I don't feel good, whatever. Today is the day, and I will hit publish once we are finished. The pattern of the Love Note sweater is by Tinka Knits. Binks is also here, trying to mess with the microphone cord. Let's see. He does what he usually does, steal the show. My other finished object that I want to show you is a pair of socks. And a lot of you probably have seen it, and some of you maybe even have bought it, for which thank you very much. This is the pair of sleepover socks, and this is my own design. I based it on my grandmother's cardigan, and I published it on the 24th of May for her birthday as a tribute. She turned 90 and we were very fortunate that we were able to visit her. She saw the socks and she was super happy with it. It was very, if we could visit, I will get back to that later, but I had my endometriosis surgery. So, and it was a week before my grand's birthday. So I told her I can't come. And it was like the birthday surprise that I was able to come. Not very long, but at least I was able to be there. So these socks, they have lace on the side and a cable, and it's symmetrical. Let me show you that by twisting it a bit around. Here you go. This is the front of the sock. So double cable, double laced. But it's really relaxing because it is very repetitive and very good memorizable chart. I've heard that people really loved it. So very happy to hear that. They have an eye of partridge heel. They are knit cuff down, like my gran always did, knit cuff down. So I was like, yeah, that's the best thing to do as a tribute. Do it the way she would do it. So yeah, the pattern is available on Ravelry, but also in my web shop. So you can buy them in both places, with the whole mess that Ravelry is not accessible at the moment for lots and lots of people, which I think is a horrible thing. I've already talked about this on Instagram. So for those who want the pattern and can't access it through Ravelry, you can buy it in my web shop. And for those who have bought my pattern and can't access it now because it's on Ravelry, please send me a message so I can help you out. You can just send me your Ravelry name and your email address, and then I can send it to you per email. So yeah, sleepover socks. I knit these on Colourful Soft Sock in Steely Dan colorway, and I absolutely love them. I'm already knitting on the second sock of the other design, so hopefully there will be another one this year. Those are the finished objects for this time. I will continue to works in progress. I have 4 of them. Let me grab the one on the back first. Like I said, I had my surgery, I had a break, and I'm back at dyeing. And I started dyeing, no rainbows without rain, of course. And I'm also testing out new bases because, well, there are plenty of interesting new things all the time. And sometimes you have something you like, sounds interesting, and then you try it, it's meh, not really. And sometimes you think, I think I know that, but then you try it anyway and you're like, oh my god. This is an oh my god moment. So this is a 75% merino, 25% nylon base. And I was like, how different can it be? Well, to be honest, it's really different. Not as far, it's a bit in between smooth sock and soft sock. So it is super smooth and also super duper soft. It's even softer than soft sock, which has 80% merino and 20% nylon. I compared them, and this might well be something that I'm gonna add and take soft sock out and add this one, because this one is definitely nicer. I'm knitting a sample sock of the Rainbow Bridges pattern, also by me. Same goes, also available on Ravelry and in the web shop. And it is a different sized skein, so the length of the skein is a bit shorter. And look at how it is spiraling. It's not really, I don't call that pulling, but more like spiraling. It's a perfect spiral every 3 repeats. So definitely happy with that. This is a coincidence, of course, because I cannot predict that. I'm knitting these on 2.5mm needles, higher sharps, and 64 stitches. So total coincidence, it looks like this. It could definitely in the foot go like all the way pooling and weirdness, because it's only half purls, because you don't do the purl ridges on the bottom of the foot. So yeah, we'll see how this continues, but it definitely, it knits like butter and is so soft. It is gorgeous. I would use this for anything. Definitely garment material, and next to skin soft. Baby stuff, everything. So this will be a new addition for the shop for sure, I think. I've also got some new kid silk. I'm very sensitive, and I found one that is even softer than the one I already have. So I had both of them compared together, and I was like, this is scratchy stuff and this is like, oh my god, so soft. So exciting things for probably second half of the year, because this part of the year is mostly advent calendar and filling up gaps in the shop. Then next whip in a little kitty bag made by me is a colorful sock project, and now I'm feeling this again, and I'm just had that soft merino, and this is regular scratchy sock like Regia or Opal. I'm like, oh yeah, I know I am definitely the soft sock kind of person, but this is gonna be a super sturdy sock. This is my colorway Brighten Up Your Day. I dyed it somewhere halfway lockdown, because I was like, we can all use some Brighten Up Your Day. It pulls like crazy and I love it. It's amazing. You get that really cool striping spiral. It is sold out at the moment, but this is the first colorway I'm gonna dye next week. Like I said, this is soft. This is not soft sock. This is sock, and I am knitting these on Chow Goose 2.25mm needles, because I wanted to see for myself how my stitch definition would be on 2.25mm needles, and on 2.5mm needles I often think this is too thin and the stitches are too loose, so you feel all the stitches underneath your foot. I think I'm knitting it with 68 stitches, but I might have gone up to 70 or 72 for the foot. I did a short leg because it was a bit tight, so with a longer leg I couldn't get it over my heel. There's not, I wasn't too good with the amount of stitches. I should have gone with 72 and not with 68. Oh well, live and learn. That's what you get when you always use a 2.5mm needle, and yeah, just plain vanilla. Then, more socks. More socks? Yeah, more socks. And no, not even sock madness. I dropped out early of the competition, and yeah. Then, oh wait, this one first. This is a project bag by my dear friend Angela of the Yarn and Yarns podcast, and this is the little orange cat logo, under which she makes the bags. There has been some very sad news. Her shop, the Yarn and Yarns shop in Penarth, I would say my favorite local yarn shop, even if it's not local to me, it is definitely my favorite local yarn shop, is going to close. Very unfortunate with landlords and leases, but she's going to continue online, so we won't be totally missing her out on the Yarn and Yarns front. But still, it's very, very sad that the shop is closing. But in this bag is something really interesting. A sock. And this is the Breakwater sock. Let me grab a sock blocker for you, so you can see it better. No. No. Just no. Maybe I needed some coffee first. No, I don't drink caffeine, so that's not gonna work. Let's just say I'm a bit rusty. After all the vlogging, you think I would be pretty good right now, but nope. After a hiatus, it's always a bit difficult. So here you go. Put on a sock blocker. This is the Breakwater sock pattern, and it is by Carolien, the one I also test knit the beachcomber top for last year, and this is a test knit. Yeah, I really liked it. It was very interesting with the mosaic, and officially it's for 5 mini skeins, but I added the 6th one because I knew this was going to be more than 10 grams if I included this, and I wouldn't have enough. I used scraps of all my projects left over. I've got quite a lot, and yeah, most of these are from a shawl I knit a few years ago, also a test knit, and from a shrug that a friend knit me a sample, and the leftover yarns went into my stash to use for these kind of things. Here you can see the original, the Breakwater socks, and if all's right, the pattern will be published today. I absolutely enjoyed it. I knit the largest size 72 stitches on a 2.25mm needle, and also on a 2.5mm needle. Here is a toe for the second sock, because I was like, if I'm not gonna cast on now, I will probably never. 2.25 for the plain stockinette parts, 2.5mm for the mosaic pieces, and I can totally put it on. I had to make the toe a few rows longer, I had to make this part a bit longer, and I made this part a bit longer to make it fit my feet. I have put all the notes in my Ravelry project, but please, if you can't, reach out to me and I'll tell you all the details. Like the pattern says this is X amount, but I calculated my gauge, my row gauge, so I knew the length. I knew the length of the mosaic part after the first one. I was like, okay, this is how many rows I need here, this is how many rows I need there. And the designer, Carly, helped me out with all the calculations and was like, well, you need 2 inch there, that's 1.25 inch, and then you need another inch there, and the heel is about 2 inch, and then you have negative ease. Yeah, it was a struggle, but that's why she really loved it that we did that during the test knitting. So she was able to change a lot of things. I haven't seen the pattern yet because as at the moment it is still night on the other side of the world. But yeah, this is these are Colourful Creativity mini skeins, and this is not a mini skein, but it is one of my semi-solid on smooth sock. Oh my, why can't I figure out the name? Well, blackout, let's just say. I don't have the labels in my box of leftovers. That is my excuse. I just have the balls like this. And now I have a bag full of leftovers that I have to use for the second sock. And I mean, I have leftovers and I have leftovers. So I combine minis of the same color and hoping it will be enough. And if not, I have a little bit extra. So definitely gonna be a lot of ends to sew in. And to be honest, I don't think I already did that on the other sock. Then my last whip in my Vicky Bird design bag. I have a project you haven't seen in a million years. My Handspun socks. Wow. The marker was about here, so I knit that much. I think about 4 inch. I can't say I'm particularly enjoying it a lot, but it was nice to have a simple mind-numbing project for the past week. I wasn't able to spin. It is of course the Tour de Fleece. I was really good at spinning daily, and then Leia needed surgery on her teeth, and from the past years we know that they will get in a fight, Binks will not recognize her anymore and hit and hiss. Yeah, so I was totally prepared for 2 weeks sleeping alone with Leia and Robert sleeping downstairs with Binks, and I was super tired, having bad nights and having to cuddle at least one cat in my lap and not being able to spin. So I didn't spin, and I pulled out this one because I was like, these are Handspun socks, totally counts for Tour de Fleece. I'll tell you more about surgery and Leia later. It is definitely more thick and thin than I expected it to be. It is partially pretty much overspun, and yeah, you can see it here in the bottom probably. Look at that fat bit, and there are also bits that are like lace. I'd say cobweb, but that's not true. It's definitely lace-ish weight. Look, super thin. So this is ranging from lace to worsted. I thought it was a very good first 3-ply, but apparently it wasn't. But I'm fine with that. It's okay. This is my first pair of Handspun socks, and it will be nice. They're a bit on the wide side, even though I am knitting these on 2.75 millimeter and only with 60 stitches, but I may have been able to get away with 56 stitches. I'm going to pop in the heel soon. It's going to be a short row heel like I used in the Breakwater socks. That was my first German short row heel that I ever did. It was good, it was nice, and it's one I want to repeat to learn better. So yeah. Not sure when this one will be active again, because I am spinning again. The cats are okay. Spoiler for the end. The cats are okay. So yeah, we're at spinning. I have not been able to finish anything in the terms of I have a 2-ply or a 3-ply or a finished plied yarn. I have only spun singles this Tour de Fleece. A friend of mine who also is a spinning teacher and very good at spinning was like, I want to try the longest thread just for myself, and saw that lots of people were doing that on a eel nano, electric eel wheel nano. I have one, so I said, if you want to borrow mine, totally fine. And she said yes, I would like to. So I decided to finish this one first. This is what was on the wheel. This is some, I think from Shetland, that I had from a pack of minis, and not sure. It was a, let me grab it. It's a Bach pack by Hilltop Cloud. Yeah, by Hilltop Cloud. And it's hand-dyed superfine Shetland. Perfect for colorwork. So that's another one finished. I have 3 or 4 of these singles ready now. And 1, 2, 3. I think it's 4 that I have ready now, because there are 7 in here. And yeah, done. But now my nano is gone, and I wasn't gonna ply this on my nano because I'm not good enough, and I have to watch Vampy's YouTube tutorial for it, how to chain ply on a nano. It's like, what? How do you do that? Because I hold it still and that thing just keeps turning, and I can just straddle slower if I do it myself. So when I went to my friend to take my nano to her, I also took my Vicky, my Duet Victoria, which is a traveling wheel. You can fold it in your backpack and go. I spun on this one. I am almost halfway through the fiber for these singles, and then I can do the other one. This is going to be a fractal spun. Let me grab the fiber. It is here. It is by Wool Gatherings, and it is 60% merino, 20% yak, and 20% silk. There you go. I got it from my dear friend Monique from Canada. This is so terribly soft. This is all that there's left for me to do on this bobbin of singles. And then I have these 3. These 3 are not split up. I managed to split the braid in 6 pieces, just all going from green to purple. Then I split 1/2 in strips. I think it's 3 strips each, so that's 9 strips of this stuff. And I spin them green to purple, purple to green, so back and forth. And then I have this to spin, and I'm also considering going from green to purple and from purple to green, but I might also go from green to purple, green to purple, green to purple. Not sure yet. That's something I'm gonna have to think about. Maybe someone has suggestions. If you do a fractal spin, how do you do that? I think I like to keep the color transitions more smooth instead of a really green-purple block. So yeah, that is that one. Then I also have a big combo spin. I did a vlog about it, I think already, how I prepped it, and now I'm spinning it. I'm really slow at spinning, so. But I have my first bobbin. It's a nice big fat bobbin, look at that. And I'm spinning this on my Bliss, my Woolmaker's Bliss wheel, which I absolutely love. And yeah, it's really exciting. I am working on the next bobbin already. I think I'm about halfway, and this is left for the second one. I put all the fiber in bags separated, and after this one I have 2 more bags to go, and then I have all the plying to do. So I hopefully have 4 skeins of yarn of that. But in between I borrowed a blending board from my friend Petra from Undercover. I was like, I want to buy a blending board. I really do. I really love watching those blending board videos, like background, just background videos. It's like, oh, the color goes on and then it looks all so easy and smoothly. And Petra was like, are you sure? You really need muscle power for it, and with your arms and shoulders, be careful. So what I did when I got it, I got some fiber out, some merino and some sari silk and some sparkle, and I took it with me to my friend when I was bringing the nano. Yeah, I made my first row legs there. There's just a few left. I think it's 1.5 that is left, or maybe even only 1. No, a little bit of fluke and 1 row leg. As you can see, my friend says it's not row legs, it rolls, because row legs are really fluffy and open and airy, and this is really tight and turned. Yeah. I started putting it on the blending board, and then it had to go off. I was a bit too enthusiastic. I put on too much and I couldn't get it off. So my friend had to hold the board and I was pulling like crazy. So when I was at home, I tried it again with a bit less. It worked better, I can tell you. But the blending board I was borrowing was one that lays flat on the table, and I also saw one that has an angle, and you can also put it between your legs and hold it like that, because there's a little piece of wood that also makes it stand like this, but you can turn it and you can hold it between your legs. It's the Ashford blending board. I thought that would be easier, so I ordered that one. But I also started spinning with these rolls or row legs. First on this brand new bobbin my darling husband made me in gold. Yeah, what can I say? He hates the gold filament because it's different than the rest. So it was a real disaster getting here. And then it made spinning also difficult because somehow the inside wasn't cleaned yet. He forgot to put a little drill through it. It's fixed now, but I quit halfway through. I was like, oh, this is quite fun. Then I took a different bobbin that I knew would be good, but made a lot of noise. Very annoying during TV time, because my Bliss is normally super quiet. And I was like, oops, I totally messed up the sari silk. I didn't split it enough. I put it on too thick. So this halfway through, maybe not even halfway through, I was like, okay, this is gonna be a thick and thin yarn. This is not gonna be a smooth, pretty yarn. For me, smooth is pretty. Thick and thin is messy and not okay. Inner perfectionist. That idea. So yeah, this is gonna be interesting when it's plied. I just have to finish up this bit on the golden bobbin that has now been drilled and cleaned. So I have to try it again, and then I can ply it. So we'll see how that goes, and hopefully I will have at least 1 skein of yarn at the end of the Tour de Fleece, because that's already on Sunday. I missed quite a few days because of the cats, but whatever. I want to finish the combo spin anyway, so I will probably keep spinning. And then there's the second Tour de France, Tour de Fleece. That's starting in August, September. So hopefully then I can manage a little bit more and do all the prep work now. I have a lot of fiber ready to go to be made into Rolex. I also have a lot of fiber acquisitions, even though my stash is definitely not small. But I was like, yeah, I've been spinning for Team Diva by Dutch Wool Diva for a few years now, and it's a lot of fun in the group. And I never treated myself to a spin box, but I did treat myself to a few mini bats, and that was always gorgeous. So I was like, okay, time to get a spin box. I was like, I'm not going out, I'm not going anywhere, I'm not spending that much money. I was like, yeah, locked in syndrome, I need to buy something now. So here it is, a Dutch Wool Diva spin box. Especially for the virtual Tour de Fleece. And look at those yummies. These are all the mini bats. I ordered one big set of 10 extra. You can see those, I say on the left, but I'm not sure which side it is. These are the extras. This is the ones that came with the box. So there's 2 of each all the time. So you can make mini skeins of all those gorgeous bats. Like you can make a 2-ply, which is awesome. I'm gonna pop these aside because there's stuff underneath. And these will be interesting for something I'm planning on for later this year. And no, it's not for me. It's raining mini bats here next to me because of course they won't be staying put. Yes, Binks, it must be very interesting. So, the second layer is this. Gorgeous braids. Don't do that, Binks. It's too interesting. This is 100% Falcon Merino and the colorway is Cool as a Cucumber. This one is Super Rush Merino, Night Fever. I've seen this spun up and it looks really dark, but it gets a bit more muted or more pastel-like when you spin it. And then there's this one, Sunkissed, and this is 100% Polworth, which I think is very interesting. And then there is this. This is a Diva sample pack. And these are samples of fiber blends she has made. And most of it is merino, bamboo and silk. But there was also some South American in there. And yeah, very interesting to see. These are all about 10 grams. So very nice as mini skeins, I think. So you can have a little bit of color in a project or something. Very curious to see how that spins up. There was also some tea and a energy bar, and there was this little thingy, this little tin. Which of course works perfect as a Notions tin, but there was a little candle in there, and it's a smelling candle, so popping it back there. Not sure yet if I can light it because Robert's not really into smelly candles. Right, everything back in the box. Top it up. Binks is going crazy. Missing his sister probably because she's not getting up somehow. And then I wanted to show you something else. You already saw the golden one. Robert also printed me the sides already from a neon orange bobbin. Yay! And I don't only have neon orange, I also have neon green. Company colors. Hooray! These are two lazy Kates. You can attach them like this to each other. And these are the lazy Kates for the nano. And then you can just apply. But to be honest, they also hold these ones very well too. So that's nice. And the good thing is that the neon stuff is printing very, very good in comparison to the gold. I bought him a few new things of filament. Yeah, I wanted, since he's printing mostly for me, I was like, I have to buy you some, because you don't have to pay for things you print for me. I should pay for those. So I bought him a few different colors. And of course I could pick the colors because it's gonna be for me anyways. So yeah, that's why we now have neon orange and neon green, and they're half translucent, and that's so cool. That looks really amazing. Maybe I should get you a close-up of this thing. I'm not sure if you can really see that because of the glow that's coming off it, but the stick looks really cool, and it's like a honeycomb on the bottom. Maybe there's like a honeycomb kind of on the bottom. I hope you can see it. Binks is thinking, you're a crazy woman, you are crazy. Then, other acquisition. I finally got it. I ordered this back in March, and US Postal Service went into lockdown, or at least the world went into lockdown about a week after. This is a scrappy sock bundle by Wound Up Fiber Arts. And this is superwash merino and superwash merino nylon combined, and these are all little floofs of fiber. It's about 100 grams, and yeah, look at that. I really love it. And maybe I shouldn't be so scared anymore of dyeing fiber. I was always scared, but it stays so white. It's apparently not me, it's superwash merino that does that. You can put in lots of dye, but then you will also have excess dye on your hands, because you can't really rinse it out because it goes inside the fiber, and once you split the braid or you start spinning, it comes out, and it doesn't come out when you rinse it. And I'm a perfectionist, so if it bleeds, and I know it bleeds, I won't sell it. So maybe I should let that go, not add that much dye, and have those white spots. You saw the Dutch Wool Diva stuff. It's not highly saturated, it's a bit lighter. Here are definitely lots of white spots as well. So, okay, perfectionist, pat. Shut up. Then I have one huge ass acquisition to show and tell. Last month it was time for the Knit Tea Retreat. Not in Cardiff, but the summer version in Stratford-upon-Avon. But unfortunately, because of Corona, that couldn't happen. So Jenny and Zoe, the organizers, decided to do a virtual Knit Tea Retreat. And I was able to attend. So I had a lovely weekend, and I was also in the virtual marketplace. If you want to see that video, you can go to Instagram and watch it on my IGTV, because I saved it to there. I'm showing you all the yarns and everything. And questions that were asked, I could answer those. You can't see the questions and all the text, what people were saying, but you can see me and Zoe chat and basically enjoy a virtual market stall. I also that weekend won something, and it was very nice. It was for the knit along we had before, and I actually won it with my love note, I think. Oh, sorry, that was the mic. I won this cute little pyramid bag by Ruth Crafts. Yeah, you can see the label now. And with that came this button, also by Ruth Crafts. Yeah, right way around. It's a fabric button. It's really cute. And this amazing mini skein of rainbow with dark on a glitter mini and a ink and quill stitch marker by Jenny from All About Yarn. And she now has her standalone web shop, allaboutyarn.com. She also left Etsy, which I think is good, very good. That was not all that was in the package. There was the prize, but I also ordered some things, and last year in December I sent a mini Advent Christmas surprise package to Zoe and Jenny, and Jenny said, oh, I still have to add a Christmas present, which was totally understandable because she had a lot of family situations to take care of. So definitely awesome to still get a Christmas present in July. I got this gorgeous keychain, I love Wales, and also in Welsh, which I will not try, I'm sorry. And this cute little snowman, she told me she bought it at a Christmas fair at the location of the Nicci retreat, which I think is extra special. So a felted snowman, which is awesome. I sent them a glass snowman, of course. And then a big notions tin. Oh wait, a tin full of cookies. Where I thought right away, oh, that will be a very nice notions tin. And she was like, yeah, it's a running gag. It's a notions tin. I was like, yeah, I get that. So I have a nice big notions tin and I'm super happy with it. And I will eat those cookies too because they are so good. I really love that one. So, but then you are all very curious probably what I bought during the Nicci retreat. And I treated myself. I mean, I didn't have to buy the plane tickets and we got a tax return. So I was like, fuck it. I'm gonna buy myself what I want now. So I did that. Oops. I had seen for Saturday, that is a blog and a thing done by Julia from Fine Motoric Blogspot, that River Knits was featured on the blog. And they had a discount of 15% with Saturday. So that was just 2 weeks before the Nicci retreat. And I was like, I really want to buy Chimera together for Cartref 4-ply, which they had just launched a little bit earlier. The Jenny and Zoe of Cartref Yarns. Yes, they are the same Jenny and Zoe of the Nicci retreat. And the same Jenny of All About Yarn. Just to make it clear who is who. But River Knits would also be at the Nicci retreat. But I was like, if I order it in advance, I can see how the colors are and I can decide on my colors better for the card draft yarn. So I ordered 4 skeins of Chimera, 2 in earth and 2 in water. And I absolutely adore these. This is 100% BFL and it is soft. Really, really soft. I love it to bits. This is a hand dyed and then spun yarn. It's a bit like Spin Cycle, which is used a lot. And yeah, this was just closer to home and less expensive for me. So I have 100 grams of each, which is usually enough for the color work in a yoke. And I have bought with that 2 sweater quantities. Here you go. I've got 5 skeins of both. I've got plans for them. I've got the patterns for them. So I'm good. Here is what I got. The left one is called Minute. Yeah. I hope I don't butcher that too much. If so, I'm sorry. The right one is called Flam. Fire Iceberg. So this is a really nice turquoise, which is a lot bluer on screen to me. Not sure where I can hold it. And this is just a really gorgeous orange. And I am thinking of cross mixing it. So this one will go with the turquoise, earth and iceberg. And water with Flam. Right? I think that will be gorgeous. And yes, I could also do this, but I think the orange bits, the reddish orange bits in this one will not look that nice. And also this one would also be possible with this, but then there's a lot less contrast. So I like the high contrast version the best. One of these will become a Jennifer Steinglass pattern. And the other one might become a Andrea Mowry pattern. I'm not sure yet, but that is what I have for it now. We'll see. I hope summer will come and it's gonna be too hot to knit with woolly wool. Who knows? And otherwise I will start next month on my sweater because I have some other things going at the moment. And I want to work on some whips. What did you say? Work on whips? Yeah, work on whips. I've got a lot of sweaters lined up, so I really should start knitting, but my mojo was a bit low and my sock mojo was all gone, and it was apparently to do with the right yarn. Give me the right yarn and the right pattern and I will knit you a sock in a week or 2. So then there was one last thing I bought, and that is a braid of fiber by Jenny of All About Yarn. And this is called Spinning with Friends. She had a custom colorway for the Nicci retreat, which was knitting with friends or spinning with friends. Spinning with Friends was available as pre-order on Polworth or on Merino, I think. And of course I went with the Polworth because I already have so much Merino. And very interesting to see how this one will spin up. I might actually use it in my combo spin, but I have to see this in a skein first. Could be interesting. The combo spin is going to be a Andrea Mowry sweater, the Shifty, if I can manage to get enough meterage, but I think I can. I'm trying my best, and if not, then I'll just have to add something else as extra for ribbing or something. I'll see. So yeah, this one is the last of my acquisitions, and then I have a mess here now, which I will clean up later because I owe you some cheddar. first I want to say, let me check. Yeah, still available. My advent calendar came online in May, and we are down to 1 advent calendar left. Then it's all sold out, all 40 spots. Crazy. For those of you who bought one, who are watching this podcast, thank you so much for making this possible. I was super anxious at first to put it out and to buy the yarn in advance and to take that gamble. It has turned out to be a very good gamble because the yarn has been sold out at the wholesaler and not available again until halfway through October. So I'm super grateful that I have the yarn in stock already. And seriously, you guys are amazing. I absolutely love that this one went so well. I have so many great plans and I'm working on it now, and I have to keep it a secret. I have a few things already in, and I hid them away in a box in the attic because if I see them, I'm gonna flaunt them. It's just so cool. I've been working on things today again, and all things with my logo on it. So it's gonna be amazing. Like I said, there's 1 advent calendar left, a 10-gram mini advent calendar. So if you want it, grab it as fast as you can, because that will mean that's it. That's the maximum load I can take for the advents. That's definitely it. That will keep me busy for the next 2.5 months. Further, of course, I did a update on the No Rainbows Without Rain. That is now available again in all bases, or at least all bases I dye it on. So sock, soft sock and smooth sock. And I also dyed up a gray, like the rain. It's called Pouring Rain. So you can make yourself an awesome sweater with gray and just 1 skein of No Rainbows, for instance. I've seen an amazing sweater. It's called the Sock Arms and it's by Telly B Knits. It's absolutely fabulous. It goes with self-striping on the arms. But I've seen it with No Rainbows Without Rains on the arms and a gray body. It was absolutely gorgeous. I think I can only link it to Ravelry for you. So beware. If you can't, don't push it. I'll ask the one who knit it if I can just link to the photo. So if the link is there and it looks like ravelry.com/, then it's straight to Ravelry. Otherwise I will link it to the photo and it will be something photos.ravelry, and then you will only see the photo. Or maybe she can send me the photo so I can host it myself. That would also be an option. Then that was shop news, personal news. If you are done, I totally get it. We're at an hour, and I totally understand if you're not interested in my personal life and everything, and you can just leave here and I will see you again next time. No harm done. Otherwise, maybe get yourself another beverage, and here we go. 2.5 months is a long time after vlogging daily, where you can see all my personal stuff. The day I recorded last, I had bruised the rib. It was painful, but I managed. It healed quite quickly, and what also helped a lot probably was that I was on very good painkillers the week after. Because the next day, the day after I recorded the last vlog, I got a phone call. Would you be able to come in next week for surgery? You know, that surgery that was supposed to happen on April 3rd. And that happened on May 18th. I was doing dye work that week. Like, I had a plan. I was going to do No Rainbows Without Rain all gray that week. And the week after I was going to do all the rainbows. And yeah. throw all that planning out of the door. Like my motto says, life happens while you're busy making other plans. Really? Yeah, really. So surgery happened. It all went well. It went very well, actually. I had to go in at 7:30 in the morning. Robert had to go home quite quickly because of COVID and infection and everything prevention. That sucked. I had to wait 2 hours until I got surgery, and then I was in the holding area where they prep you and get your IV and everything. But it was fine. I wasn't even that nervous. I wasn't anxious. I was okay. I was ready for it, apparently. The first few days after that phone call, I was like, I'm panicking. No, I don't want to. And then on Monday morning, I was like, okay, let's do this. I wanted it done. I didn't want to do it again, this whole process. So I was super happy that everything went on. I reacted very well on all the meds. When I woke up, I was in pain. I got morphine, and I slept for a while. Got a popsicle for my throat, and then Robert came. Then the doctor came to tell me how it went. They got it all out, all the endometriosis, as far as they could find it. It's very positive. I got some good painkillers. Definitely very good painkillers. I already had my period twice now. The first time was not funny, 3 weeks after the surgery, but the scarring would have been not healed at all. So now 7 weeks after, the scars have healed a lot more, and it was a bit more manageable. I don't have as much pain during the month as I had, which is very positive. Yeah, all in all, that has gone very well. I healed up, the scars are healing good, and I didn't have any weird things happening to me. I did, however, because sitting still for so long, busted my back. I mean, I've had a lot of back pain for ages and a lot of pelvic pain for ages. It's been years now. That came back after I stopped the good painkillers. I mean, those painkillers were really good. I haven't felt that good in weeks, and that was just shortly after surgery. I mean, those 2 weeks I felt better than the past few weeks. And then Miss Laia, she had to go in for dental surgery, like I said. Yeah, one of her teeth was infected, or at least probably the root or something. So it's out now. She's doing well, absolutely well. It went way faster this time that they were friends again. We did a little bit different. We took them apart and kept them apart and reintroduced them to each other, and that went well. They're sleeping in their own room again. We already have the bed to ourselves since I think we slept 4 nights apart or with the cats. Which basically means no sleep for me, because Laia kept walking over me to jump off the bed. And then they would meow in the hallway. Sleeping with cats, not my thing. So they are sleeping in their own beds now. Or at least in their own room, because they don't want their own bed. Weird cats. I'm gonna wash them this weekend because it's gonna be better weather, so they dry faster. She also had a bit of caterpillar issues again. The issues are less this year because we have so much rain, but still, we had caterpillar issues again. And yeah, now we're on today. I am dying again, I'm working again. I am okay again. So yeah, back to as normal as we can be at the moment. I hope you all can stay safe. I hope you all stayed healthy and will stay healthy for the foreseeable future. And yeah, let me know how you are and how you've been here in YouTube on the comments if you want, or just send me an email if you want to chat. You know where to find me. And I guess with that, I will see you again hopefully soon, as I have a lot more things to show you. And I will stay knitting and spinning for the weekend, I hope. That's what I've planned at least. So, see you again next time. And yeah, like I said, stay safe, stay healthy. Bye bye.